one person that is really changed the game for music, especially when we grew up, right? Blink-182, Less Than Jake, Rise Against, all of these bands, right? I start to see this resurgence of pop punk. And I see that you post a good amount with like Machine Gun Kelly, MGK. How did that relationship even come about?
I met him. We didn't get along when we first met.
Respect.
He came to LA. I think in 2011 or something. He just signed to Diddy.
Yeah.
And he hadn't moved to LA yet because he was kind of still on the road, and that's when we we just couldn't figure each other out. I think.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he moved to LA with the crew, and they got a house. I think in like 2013 or 14. We met in I think 2010 or something.
Shit,
it's crazy,
man.
right? And then we got the house there. That's when we started hanging out. Became like friends.
Yeah.
And we're just very similar. He's got a dark past. I got a dark past. And when you can put that behind you, and I think I'm pretty good at like spotting like greatness.
Yeah.
And he's always had greatness in him. And over the years, when certain people would rise, I'm like, sorry, dude, those people will fall. Take that slow route. We'll get there and we'll stay there. And he's, even back in 2008 when that shit happened with Eminem, like, man, like this guy, that was his hero, and then all of a sudden, like half the world hates him and he stick up for the younger crowd. And that was a dark time for him, man. And when you go through dark patches with people, you kind of get stuck with them. And, when EST Fest was small, I started going out there and that built up to what it was. And it was so crazy, man. Like the moment he sold out the Cleveland Browns Stadium and me and him was standing up there by ourselves and he had just... He did this. Did you see the zip line thing?
Yeah.
He zip line in. He only tested the one. There was one test run on that. One test run. The guy hit his head, fucking knocked his head, and then Kells went to go, and then Kells fucking zoomed into the thing. Wasn't zipped up enough, and like almost ripped his fucking dick off.
Holy shit.
And and then the show, it was like he rapped the song and then like just jumped into it and fucking he was bodied. That thing was that was. Pretty nice. Anyway, right after that first, we were standing in the stadium, and he told me when we were younger that he would sell the stadium out. And he looked at me and goes, "I fucking told you so." And that was the moment. Me and him have had a lot of moments, but that was a moment when it was like, "Fuck all you guys." You know what I mean? We're here and we're not going anywhere. And they're my family. That like Slim, Baze, Rook, Dub, Irv, Trey, Ash. That's our family. And I was in the studio when they fucking, I was in the studio when Travis Bach is a fucking genius, and I was there. I watched all that shit happen. So God bless Travis Barker, and this run's been wild.
It's fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
Just once again, looking from a bird's eye view, seeing the resurgence of pop punk, the shit I fucking grew up on, right? And now seeing all this younger generation just trying to soak it all in, fucking because of MGK and Travis Barker and everything that they've created. It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And that slow buildup is a lot better than that crash and burn. 100%, right? A lot of people say that they're going to do things. Very few actually accomplish it, so, kudos to him and everything that he's been able to do.
Yeah.
So,
it's still,
man.
It's surreal, dude, because it was not so long ago that people laughed at us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, like, police will move gates for us and let us do weird shit and fucking, they lit up the Empire State Building pink.
Like, that's fucking surreal, man. Like, how is that? Like, but
the fact that we're all still there together, like, that's,
yes.
we're a crew,
Yep.
And it's, a lot of people get famous and have this big run and they become lonely because they're by themselves. Like, I'm not going to mention names, but there's certain people that are around him that in that same era that are sad and by themselves, and he has a support team that like truly loves him. And some other people get eaten up by the industry, and these managers will suffocate these people and not let them out to the world. And it's so I think we're all lucky to have each other.
Absolutely. Once again, it goes back to loyalty. Seems like a big loyalty and inspiring the younger generation.
Yeah.